Well, since that win over Fulham on Monday night, many questions being asked about Tottenham Hotspur. Tottenham very much in the race. Can they go all the way through to the very end at this season? Breast to tape first and win the damn thing. Ange Postecoglou has now taken more points after 9 games than any other new Premier League manager. Ange, take a bow, because when you came down from Celtic, so many down here were saying, Ange who? Yeah, and you know who you are. We had this conversation yesterday, Dan. You played for the mighty Tottenham. What is your take on where Tottenham are now under Postecoglou? And what's your take on those who might be whispering behind the scenes, it could do it, it could win this?
I think he's been a breath of fresh air. The football they play, the way he conducts himself, the energy he brings to the job, his charisma. I think Tottenham fans must be absolutely ecstatic. There was an air of negativity, wasn't it, when Kane left? There wasn't really a big replacement coming in. We've talked on here about the change that then gave Postecoglou for me, which was positive in that he could completely go all in on how he wanted to play, which was the high press, high energy, front foot type of football, high risk football.
Yeah.
I'm not sure he would have been able to quite do that with Kane. And I think the expectation of what Tottenham could achieve was less when Kane left, which took a bit of pressure off him also. So I think he's done remarkably well. I think the team looks really well balanced, really brave on the ball. I think the problem Tottenham will have in maintaining it will be if they lose one or two of their really good players. They don't have the strength and depth that some of the other big boys have.
At this time, as we're getting through October, are they in the title race? We know where they are in the table.
I'd be gobsmacked if they were to stay, if they were still there with 2 months to go. Never say never in football. We've seen miracles happen before, but I think what they should be really nailing down on is this top 4, because the numbers suggest, I think only one team, in 28, I think it was 26 or 28 times a team has got this many points, they've always got in the top 4 bar once. So you would suggest that they are very, very...
Top 4.
Yeah, they're in a very, very good position to get that.
I mean, at the moment, you have to think, well, as you say, if they lose a couple of players in injury,
well,
yeah, sure. But what's going to burst the bubble? What's going to stop Ange doing what he's doing so effectively? Well, the answer to that is nothing will stop him.
Well, I tell you what, the way they play, which is really possession-based and really brave playing out, they continually do it no matter what the score is. When they're losing game, they nearly actually, in the Arsenal game, if you remember, shot themselves in the foot when Maddison dropped really deep, lost the ball, and Jesus missed that chance. The test will come for any group of footballers is to maintain that footballing philosophy when you've lost a couple of games and there's a few murmurs.
Yeah.
Who's brave enough to do it then? That's what we'll have to wait and see. I don't think they'll change. I think he'll give them the freedom to do it. I think he's that type of manager. And they've got quality. If they keep Basuma and Maddison fit, they'll keep doing it. But if they lose a couple of players and a few of them hide a little bit in certain games after a couple of bad defeats, you might see a little poor run of form. But I think they'll get top 4 the way they're playing.
Jim White and Simon Jordan. Monday to Friday mornings from 10 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.